Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. All damage, no cap. Now, I've done a video previously of Supremacy, where it's all about Supremacy. It's all about the points, where we're going to have two games here. Both games are absolutely fantastic. One is the Jagdtiger, which we're watching now, and that is by Slide. And we're also going to watch a grill on the same map, same spawn. And they have one thing in common, actually two things in common. One is they do extremely well, but the other is all about the Supremacy points. Now, this position of this map is absolutely fantastic. For a TD, a slow sort of TD, or not just a slow TD, we're going to see it in the grill as well. It's brilliant. All dependent on what your team does, all dependent on what the enemy team does. If they all go by the C cap, and you're going to have just a field day in this position. Best position, other than Canyon being in the middle with a tank with a nice turret and gun depression, this is probably the best position of any map for a TD. And again, it all depends on what the team do, but that's the same with any map, and it's the same with sort of any coming up against any tank. So Slide, he's driving the Jagdtiger. As we know, the Jagdtiger is one of the highest DPM tanks. It was the highest DPM tank for a long time until the SU 12254 took that crown. Slide, he's in a tier 8 game, and this against tier 8s is actually a really good tank just because of that DPM. He's going to get sort of medium tanks come up against him, and he's just going to sort of shut them down. He's going to find that with the Leopard PTA very soon. So he kind of gives up on that position. He knows that the enemy have caught A. Now, his team, he has a light tank and a medium tank. None of them wanted to go to A. For a light tank and a medium tank against maybe two medium tanks, they should have fought A. They should have gone to 4A. No one does it, and because of that, they've now got A. They can't get B, and they can't get C, because of that's where the majority of the enemy tanks are. So of course the enemy are just going to start racking up those Supremacy points. So Slide is now going towards A. He's going to try and hunt the Leopard PTA down, and hopefully just completely wreck him. But the enemy have now started capping C. The heavies are not doing nothing. They are shooting the E5 over there, the T26 E5 Sheriff over there. So Slide he kind of gave up on A for now, and he's going to try and get this damage on these couple of tanks over there, the EXP, the Sheriff, and he is getting the shots off. Now, this shot is very unfortunate. Just as he shoots, the Sheriff moves back and he hits the front plate of the EXP. So that was unfortunate, but at the moment now they have caught two bases. He managed to get that shot on the EXP, so that was a nice blind shot. So the EXP is one shot. He also manages to get that shot, puts him on fire, and now that Sheriff has gone. So it's now a 3 versus 5. That shot there on the defender gets him spotted. You can see him spamming that fire button on the XP before he gets shot, and he does manage to do it. So he's now on 3 kills. It's 3 against 4, but the enemy have got almost 700 Supremacy points, and this is where the Leopard starts thinking. You see the Jagdtiger shoot, then the Leopard's like, right, okay, he's shot, I'm going to go out. Well, the Jagdtiger has got a better reload than the Leopard. The Leopard has, what, a 7.1 second reload. The Jagdtiger, not even a 6 second reload. So yeah, good luck with that, Leopard. He does manage to take him out, but there goes his T32. It leaves one TD on his own at the back. The RHM bores it, and of course he's not going to stay alive too much longer. But these 3 last remaining tanks are all rushing him, which is great for Slide because he's completely farming this damage, and no one at the minute wants to know because they just want to know the Borzik. So he's just farming the damage on the T95. 433 hit points. He's actually going to low roll here on the T95 to leave him on 5 hit points, which is a shame because now he has to waste another shell. He has to sit here for a few more seconds to get that shot, and that could actually be vital towards the end of the game. Now 900 Supremacy points, and now he's started rushing. Now this game is not his fault. He's a Jagdtiger. He's slow. He shouldn't really be capping the bases. He should be defending them. He should be defending them. He should be supporting his mediums while they cap the base, and that is what he was trying to do. So this game is not his fault at all. He's on 6 kills now, 970 supremacy points. Where is this defender? No one knows. He was around here somewhere, but 1,000 supremacy points. As soon as he turns around the corner, he does switch to the HE and he quickly manages to get the kill. So at least he gets the kill. At least he gets all 7 kills. At least he gets the Rosani, but unfortunately it was a loss. But well played Sly from the Pincet clan. 8,002 damage. Make some nice credits. Insane. Of course, he gets that Rosani medal as well. 1,723 base XP. And just look at that team. They did absolutely nothing. So, unfortunately, it was a loss thanks to supremacy. Next up, we have Tanker TR. And like I said, he is driving the grill. Now, we've had a game in the grill not so long ago where it was sort of over 11,000 damage. This ain't quite as much damage, but it is close. And I was actually going to put this in. This could actually go in quite a few different videos. It could go in a yeah nah, which this video is basically a yeah nah, just reworded. It could go in a world of dummies, or it could go in its own sort of video where it was. I was going to title it, he just sat there. He just sat there because literally just watch his damage. He does not have to move, and that is what I mean. It's not his problem. People I know people were going to say in the comments, he just sat there and farmed damage. Well, yeah, of course, he's in a good position, getting shots, not getting spotted. Why would you move? There is no reason for you to move. If he's farming this damage, there is no reason whatsoever for him to move. The only reason that could possibly make him move is supremacy points, but that comes later on in the game where I personally think he does make a little mistake. So he's already farmed 1,300 damage. 1,300 damage, hasn't been spotted. No caps are being caught yet. The M46 pattern is going crazy. What are their mediums doing? It's 3 mediums against 2. Why is the enemy able to cap A? They're now capping A, and it's a TD capping A. The mediums could have caught A long time ago. But Tanker, again, look, he's not having to move, but because of the mediums, he's now just going to farm some damage on this E4. Why can't I have battles like this where the enemy just all come one by one? They don't want to look at you, or they can't look at you because you're not spotted, and they just sit there. Normally for me, if this happens for me, the E4 would be in a position where I can't actually see him, so I will have to move. Never happens with me. You can see he's still not moving. He's obviously moving the camera, but he doesn't have to move at the minute. He's going to wait. They have managed to save cap A, so no one has got a cap yet. But look at his team on the left side. Like, no one wants to move. No one wants to push up. That was a nice shot there on the Emil too. So he's now farmed 4k damage. 4k damage without even moving his tracks. He has not moved an inch at the moment, and he's still going to pump up some more damage. And there's a nice shot there on the T54. So 4.4k damage and still hasn't had to move. He's got a high roll loaded. Now he's gonna, you can see him trying to aim at the T54, and now the T54 does go hiding. The M103 is also there, and he is going to get a nice 800 max roll onto him to put him up to 5.2k damage. His team, no one is capped, like no one's caught A. There is obviously the Progetto up there getting wrecked by the 30B, but again, nice shot there, and it still hasn't had to move. 5.9k damage now, and he hasn't had to move still. So he's still looking. The E100, okay, he's now started to push. He could have pushed quite a long time ago, but you know, he's just taking the damage. There is a TD at the back, the Jaegeru, which is in the sort of opposite position to this, also farming that damage. And now the enemy have started to push cap C. He is able to get another shot there on the E100. The E100 is backing up. The T54 is still there. 6.6k damage. He's going to get a blind shot here now into the bottom plate of that E100, putting him down to a 1 shot. So in fact, he's now on 7k damage, and now you can see the enemy are capping base A, and this is where he now decides, do you know what, they're capping base A, is it time to move? I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm going to rock forward, see what I can do. They are going to cap base A, so that means they're probably going to come over. But here is the T-54. He's going to get the one shot on the T-54. He is now spotted, so finally he has to move. He is on, what, 7.8k damage, roughly? And he hadn't had to move. Now, this is where he does make the mistake. It is a 4-on-5. It's only 2.5 minutes left on the clock. He's racked up a lot of damage. He's done well in that position. He should probably be rushing A. He should probably be rushing A, but he's going to wait. He's going to see if he can get some shots off. The AMX 30B is up here. He's going to get that shot off on the 30B to clear him. And now is probably where he should be pushing A. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. And that is the big change in this game. He's already on a lot of damage. I know what he's trying to do. I know he's trying to push towards to help his heavy tanks to clear these one-shots, because there are a few one-shots up there. But he should have actually went to base A first. That's the only base caught. If he would have caught that from the enemy, his team would be getting the points and not the enemy. If the enemy had 2 bases at this point, then you can say, okay, fair enough, we've probably lost on supremacy. I'm just going to try and kill as many tanks as I possibly can. So definitely he should have gone for the A cap, and that ultimately that has cost them the game. But it's not so much his fault, because the mediums should have been doing that. And there is the M103. So he could have had time to cap the base, and he could have even had time to go up that hill there, and also cleared the M103. He's going to take a nasty shot from the Jaegeru now, which again, that is a shame. It is a shame he's taken that, because now he is a one-shot and he can't really do too much. But I mean, the enemy hasn't got so many cap points, but what the difference is with supremacy, they are winning and the time is running down. So if the time goes to 0, it isn't, and there's still tanks alive, it isn't a draw. It goes to whoever has the most supremacy points. And in this situation right now, it is the enemy team. Capping B won't actually have no effect. That does nothing. He's actually wasting time here, because the enemy have already got a base. The enemy have already got the base, so there's no way excuse me, there's no way that they can overtake on cap points now, unless his team actually caught base C. No one wants to do it. No one wants to move. He does get that nice shot on the Jaegeru. 25 seconds left on the clock. The Jaegeru just stalls for a little bit, and now he can only hope for a massive high roll as soon as this guy comes around the corner. He doesn't quite do it, leaves them on 155 hit points, and now the Jaegeru is going to clear him with only 8 seconds left on the clock. That is pretty much game over. 3, what is this guy doing? Like, he was at the top at one point, but it is game over. Because of supremacy points, they do lose. But 10.8k damage. Very, very unfortunate, but a lovely, lovely battle. So yeah, cap the bases if you can, because that is what supremacy is all about. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With